Have you ever worked so hard, yet still questioned whether you'd ever succeed? Do you find yourself getting frustrated easily, especially when that lingering self-doubt creeps in? And if someone gave you a magical amulet promising to remove all obstacles, would you have the courage to use it, no matter the cost? Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a young boy. He was diligent and hard-working, always giving his best in everything he did. But despite his dedication, he constantly doubted himself. Was he truly capable of success? This self-doubt slowly chipped away at his patience. He'd grow irritated with others over the smallest things, unable to control his rising frustration. One day, word spread across the village that a renowned monk would be visiting. The boy, eager for answers, immediately went to meet him. Bowing respectfully, he said, "Master, I work hard. I try everything I can to succeed. But no matter what I do, I fall short. Please, guide me. What am I doing wrong?" The monk closed his eyes, thinking quietly for a moment. Then he reached into his robe and pulled out a small leather amulet. Handing it to the boy, he said, "My child, the solution to your problem lies within this sacred amulet. Inside, I've written powerful mantras that will help remove every obstacle in your path. But first, you must face a challenge. You must spend one night alone in the crematorium." The boy's face turned pale. "The crematorium," he whispered, his voice shaking. "But Master, how can I possibly stay there alone all night?" The monk gently placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Do not worry, this amulet will protect you from all harm. Trust it and trust yourself." Though trembling with fear, the boy chose to face his greatest fear. That very night, he entered the quiet, eerie crematorium with the amulet tightly clutched in his hand. Every rustle of wind, every creak of wood made his heart race, but the belief that the amulet would protect him gave him strength. When the sun rose the next morning, the boy returned to the monk with a wide smile on his face. "Master, your amulet is truly miraculous. Without it, someone like me, who couldn't even bear to pass by the crematorium, would never have survived a full night there. But now, I know that as long as I have this amulet, I can face anything." From that day forward, the boy transformed. In everything he did, he carried the belief that the amulet would bring him success. And over time, he began achieving his goals. One by one, his confidence grew. Eventually, he became one of the most accomplished and admired people in the entire village. A year later, the same monk returned. Upon hearing the news, the now successful young man rushed to meet him, eyes filled with gratitude. "Master," he said, "it's all because of your amulet. It changed my life." The monk smiled kindly and said, "Son, please take out the amulet and give it to me." The young man removed the amulet and handed it over. The monk opened it slowly, and what the boy saw stunned him. It was empty. No mantras, no spells, just an empty pouch. "Master, there's nothing inside." The young man gasped. "Then, how did it help me succeed?" The monk looked at him with calm eyes and replied, "You're right, the amulet was empty, but it wasn't the amulet that helped you. It was your belief. It was your faith in yourself that gave you the strength you always had. Ellipsis. So why did the monk give him an empty amulet? And what does this say about the power of belief within each of us? In the previous part, we saw how the boy's belief in a seemingly magical amulet gave him the courage to face his deepest fears. But now, the monk was about to reveal the real source of that strength. The monk gently looked at the young man and said, "My son, this amulet was never truly magical. Its power came from something far more unique. It came from within you. From the very start, your struggles weren't because of a lack of effort, but because you didn't believe in yourself. You doubted your ability, your decisions, your worth. But the moment you placed your faith in this amulet, something shifted inside you. That belief awakened your confidence. And with confidence, success began to follow." The monk paused for a moment, then continued with deep calm in his voice. "Rather than putting your trust in objects, talismans, or outside forces, learn to trust your own actions, your own thoughts, and your own decisions, because when you believe in yourself, truly believe, there is no limit to what you can achieve." The young man stood silently, deeply moved. In that moment, everything became clear. It wasn't the amulet that had changed his life. It was his belief in it, which led him to believe in himself. That shift in mindset was the true turning point. And if we take a step back to reflect on our own lives, we'll see the same pattern. How often do we wait for something external to give us strength? A lucky charm, a change in circumstance, a person's approval. But the truth is, the greatest force, the one that can shape our destiny, is already within us. It's the faith we place in ourselves. The amulet in the story wasn't enchanted. It was simply a mirror, reflecting the boy's untapped potential. Once awakened, that potential gave him the power to overcome fear, take bold steps, and achieve what once felt impossible. Let's take an example from everyday life. Imagine an athlete preparing for an important competition. He trains hard for months, but if he steps onto the field carrying doubts in his heart, all the training may fall short. Why? Because doubt is a heavy weight. It slows us down, clouds our mind, and chips away at our strength. But the moment that athlete starts to believe in his preparation, his effort, and his purpose, something magical happens. Confidence kicks in. He plays his best. He moves with clarity, power, and presence. That is the essence of this story. Confidence is the foundation of all success. So, trust yourself. Have faith in your journey. Embrace your fears. Face your challenges with courage. And remember, you don't need an external amulet. You are your own amulet. Because with self-belief, no dream is too far, no mountain too high. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the power to create miracles and turn your biggest dreams into reality. Now, as we move forward, let's explore deeper how this mindset shift, this unshakable confidence, can transform your life not just once, but again and again. Stay with us in the next part of the story, where we'll dive into how to apply this lesson in everyday moments. And if this story has inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need a little reminder of the power they already hold inside.